Hello and welcome again back to another episode of the Happy Movie Mangoes podcast. Boom, in sync. Today we're talking about our top 5 favorite actresses of all time.
Yay. I'm Matt,
I'm Spencer.
and I think what we'll do is, Downs can't be here today, so we're going to read his list off. I think we'll just go me, Down, then you.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Let's jump into it.
So my fifth favorite actress of all time is Zoe Saldana, or Saldana.
I don't know who that
Saldana.
is.
She played a minor role as the female lead in Avatar.
Wait, what does her last name start with?
S. She was in Pirates of the Caribbean as like the female pirate. I don't know if you remember her.
Oh, in the
She's-
first Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
Gamora in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, she is?
yeah.
Oh.
So I think those are three of her most notable roles. I think she's also just like extremely talented and extremely attractive. So
Yeah. I think it takes a lot of guts to be covered in green paint.
takes a lot of guts to be like the giant cat blue monkey.
Oh, yeah. Well, isn't that just
CGI.
Yeah, CGI. So they like wear like the CGI suits with like the white dots.
Pretty sure James Cameron made her naked for that role. He's a
Oh my
weirdo.
gosh.
I'm pretty sure she was wearing the great suits with the dots. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think I really like her. I wish she was in more stuff. She's really not. She's like in big movies, but not a lot of movies.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think she does great in Avatar. She does great in Guardians of the Galaxy. She does great in Pirates of the Caribbean. I wish she was in other Pirates of the Caribbean movies, but she's only in the first one. Kind of
Yeah.
like upset about that.
Yeah.
So, more movies for Zoe.
Yeah.
All right. So Down's fifth favorite actress of all time is Jennifer Aniston.
Okay.
So she was in Friends. That's
And
pretty much
that's
it. Yeah, I don't know. She's like in a lot of rom-coms with Adam Sandler. Oh,
Apparently she was in the Iron Giant.
she's the mom.
Oh, she's the mom voice?
Yeah, she's the mom voice.
Oh,
so
I
I was
didn't
gonna
realize
I was
that.
just gonna say that. I was like, she does a really good job in that. And I think that came out. When did Friends came out? Do you know? Was that like 91 or do you know?
No,
when-
I had to have been sooner than that, right? Because there was like 8 or 9 seasons.
I don't think it started before the 90s.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it was like late 90s, and then so I think she might have done the Iron Giant role either during or before or right at the beginning. I don't know.
94 is when Friends started.
It was Iron Giant 96.
Let me look. 99.
Oh, so she was like in the midst of Friends,
Yeah,
and they had to pay her a ton of money for Iron Giant probably.
probably.
Dang.
That's why the Iron Giant's so good. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's like we blew all our budget on Jennifer Aniston. So okay, what's your number 5, Spencer?
My number 5 is Kristen Bell.
Oh, from like The Good Place.
Yep.
Ugh.
That's the main reason why she's my number 5 is she's in my favorite TV show, The Good Place. And I think she does a really good job in that role. I bet one of the hardest things, so in the show, because they're in the quote unquote good place, they can't swear. And so they say like forking and shirt balls instead of like the actual words.
Yeah.
And I wonder how many times she accidentally like said the actual swear word. But I thought she did a really good job in that role. I actually can't think of much other things that she's in. I think she's in other TV shows, but I don't think she's really well known for like movies.
Probably just the voice acting in Frozen, right?
Oh, she was in Frozen?
Yeah, she's one of the women.
Oh, I did not even realize that. But
Yeah.
yeah, the main reason I picked her is because she's the main actress for The Good Place.
Yeah. Dang lady.
Oh yeah, she was in Frozen. She's also in Zootopia, which
Oh.
I think I recognize that. So I like to do Zootopia, even though you don't.
Nobody likes it.
I like it.
It failed to solve racism.
All right, let's move on to number 4.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So my fourth favorite actress of all time is Haley Steinfeld.
Who's that?
She, so I think we're trying to avoid voice actors, but I think my favorite role that she's in is Gwen Stacy in the Across the Spider-Man movies. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Or I'm sorry, Into the Spider-Verse,
Mm-hmm.
the Spider-Verse movies. So,
Wow, a real movie critic right there.
yeah. So she, I think she's done some other like minor roles, but I think she really, even just with her voice acting, does a lot to show like someone's character, probably even mood. I don't know. I think I'm just repeating myself over and over with the description of these actors and actresses.
Yeah.
But I like her in that. So that's
Interesting.
Haley Steinfeld. Yeah.
Oh, was she also in? She was in the Bumblebee movie, apparently. Oh, is she the main? She's the main actress in Bumblebee.
Oh, like the Transformers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Yeah, I haven't seen that movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think I have. Oh, maybe not. But I recognize the Bumblebee movie.
All the
Anyways.
Transformer movies are the same. All right. So Downs number 4 is Anne Hathaway.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like Anne Hathaway. What would you say what movie is she recognized by the most?
Ooh.
Because she's in a lot of big movies.
Yeah. I don't know. Like The Dark Knight Rises comes to mind.
The Dark Knight? No.
Yeah, it's Catwoman.
As her, like, most...
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
no.
Like
I
think like
disagree.
I'm trying to think of other movies where like they've seen her a lot in. Because she's in like the Princess Diary movies.
I was
which-
going to say that movie is what I think of when I think of Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, but I think like that's like a certain crowd versus like The Dark Knight Rises reached a larger
true.
crowd. Or like she's had like her own iconic movies like The Devil Wears Prada, or
Mhm.
she was in maybe even Les Miserables,
Mhm.
where probably more people saw that movie.
Mhm.
I don't know. She's kind of known as Anne Hathaway for that, not really for that role. So I don't know. But
Yeah.
that's a good question. I don't know. Maybe Princess Diaries is it, but I think like less people have seen that. Maybe they recognize her from that, but just haven't seen that as much as the other movies.
Yeah.
So Anne Hathaway. What's your? Are we on number 4? What's your number 4?
My number 4 is Emily Blunt.
Oh,
So she's in The Quiet Place,
The Devil Wears Prada.
Devil Wears Prada, which I did not realize until today. I don't know if she's just aged or what. No, just kidding.
She's gonna kill you. She's in. Did you see The Edge of Tomorrow?
I did actually.
Yeah, so she's in that.
Oh, Fall Guy. That was the other one. I really liked Fall Guy.
Mm-hmm.
That was super good. So I think, what's his name? Her husband,
Jim
Office
from The
guy.
Office.
Yeah. So he wrote The Fall Guy and The Quiet Place, right?
Oh, I didn't know he wrote Fall Guy. I know he wrote like he was heavily influenced A Quiet Place.
Oh, maybe he didn't write The Fall Guy. I thought he did. But I feel like she's really good at roles that her husband writes. But I think her acting is super good. The scene that comes to mind is in The Quiet Place when she steps on the nail. And have you seen The Quiet Place?
No. Yeah.
Shoot. I just spoiled something.
I'm
for
never
you.
gonna see it, so it's
What?
like, yeah, I have
don't-
no interest in seeing
Oh, it's so
the
good.
first one, the second one, or the prequel.
I haven't seen the prequel yet, but I want to.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised. It is a thriller, but
I think the thing is like I think I need more. Well, the entire premise. I think it's just the premise that turns me off from
yeah.
where it's like it's a creatures that like are responsive to noise, so they have to use sign language. I'm like, oh, I can't watch that movie. I can't sit through and like listen to nothing, and then boom, you know.
Well, it's not like that, is what I'd say. But to each their own.
Yeah.
Anyways, I like Emily Blunt.
Okay.
I
I like her in interviews. I think I probably like her
in
more.
interviews.
Yeah, like
I don't think I've seen an interview with her.
you gotta see like all the talk shows with her that she's in. I like watching clips of her. I like clips with her and her husband, Jim from The Office, where they like are talking to each other, making fun of each other, and they're like probably one of like the more like adorable celebrity couples I've ever seen. So I like her personality. She's
Yeah.
got a wonderful personality. So okay, so that's your number 4. My number 3 favorite actress of all time is Kate Blanchett.
I've heard the name, but what is she in?
She's Galadriel in Lord of the Rings.
Oh, that's right.
She's
That's right.
Hela in Thor Ragnarok. Yep, she's very good, very attractive. Oh, she was in Borderlands, like Borderlands that just came out.
Oh,
That's
I
like
don't see-
flopping hard.
oh, is it really?
It's like 10 million, or I think $10 million, like opening weekend,
Ooh.
which is like horrible for like a movie they spent like $100 million on.
I'd be down to see that movie, but I haven't played the video game. But that's
Uh,
interesting. She's in that movie.
Yeah. So I was talking to my brother David about that movie. So he and his buddy watched it,
Borderlands.
Borderlands.
Oh, okay.
They loved it, and then he's like talking to me about it, about how people wouldn't get it. And then like a week later, he's like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure me and my friend are the only people who like it in the planet."
That's funny.
So I don't think you would like it, but who knows? Who knows?
You don't think I'd like it?
I don't think so.
Is it? I guess I don't know the story of Borderlands in the video game, so maybe that's why I wouldn't like it.
Well, that's what my brother was saying, but then like other people who played the video game said they didn't like it. So like
Oh,
it's like done very terribly as far as ratings and people who've watched it. So
Huh. Interesting.
I think it's just like a very bland plot with bland characters. And
Yeah.
it doesn't speak to anybody, right?
Oh, okay.
So I think that's the issue. But anyways, point being, she's in that movie. She's a good actress. Wasn't good casted for that movie. Wasn't a great cast.
Yeah.
Miscasted, some people are calling it.
Yeah. That's a good point. Like some actors or actresses could be portrayed better if they were casted more correctly.
Yes. And that was what's tough about like these lists is I'm like more focused on like their personalities outside the movie or like their acting instead of like a specific actor or actress, going through, because I think there's like even within a movie there's good performances and bad performances. So whereas like her, I feel like she does a really excellent job mostly. So Dallon's number 3rd favorite actress of all time is Julia Roberts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the
Interesting.
devil woman.
Why is she the devil woman?
She's like a Black Widow spider who like, entices her male victims and then just eats them whole,
Oh my gosh.
She
I feel like she's in a lot of like rom-com type movies.
I think she's probably like Sandra Bullock's more of in like the more comedic side of rom-coms, and I feel like Julia Roberts is more like the romantic side of rom-coms where
Oh, I see what you're saying.
yeah, it's like she's probably she's got like that look, that horrible like love me so I can hurt you look.
Yeah.
Like she no, I think she's like a good actress, but yeah, I think where she shines is the rom-coms. So.
I think that's interesting that Dallin picked her
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like Dallin is not a rom-com type of dude. Maybe is he watching more because he's
Yeah, I was gonna say
okay.
things have changed since he's proposed and has a girlfriend. His habits, his movie likes,
That's true.
He was naming a ton of movies today that like I had no idea he would even consider watching, and I was like, oh, it's because of his fiance. It's like,
Yep, I will say once I started dating and got married to Julie, I have seen so many rom-coms. Like
yeah.
it's kind of ridiculous how many I've seen.
I remember that one time we were in your car and we were listening to Taylor Swift, and I was like giving you like the dirty eye because it's just the two of us and we're listening to Taylor Swift.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, I was like, I can't believe you.
So that was his number 3.
Yeah, this is number 3. What's your number 3?
All right, my number 3 is Anne Hathaway.
Gasp.
Yeah. So what else can I add to what has already been said?
I think she's very attractive.
Yeah,
That's
I can agree with that.
Oh, she's probably like has a demeanor that's like very wholesome and like relatable. Like she'll make a good protagonist every time.
That's true.
There's a lot of bad actresses out there, and the reason they're bad is because they either shouldn't be acting or because they're just like completely dislikable.
Yeah.
So, her best role, Anne Hathaway's best role, is Catwoman from The Dark Knight Rises. And even in that role where she's stealing a guy and manipulating dudes' feelings and robbing them and being awful, she's still really likable. I think like even though she says kind of dumb stuff in the movie, she like portrays it in such a way where it sounds deep and it sounds like really emotional. And so I think that's where like you can tell like she's really good. It's even though like she's in a stupid role, it's like she still does a great job.
I will say it is a good role in The Dark Knight Rises, but I don't know if that's like her most iconic role is what I'm saying.
That's the role where everyone knows her as. They don't know anything else.
Maybe it's because I've seen so many rom-coms, but it's just I always think of The Princess Diaries, which I also think is a great movie just in general. But yeah.
I really like her in the second one.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I guess I don't have much to add to that, but she's my 3rd favorite.
Just great. All right, so are we on to...
We're on to the 2s.
Oh, okay, good. So my 2nd favorite actress of all time is Holly Hunter.
I feel like I recognize the name, but
yeah, she's like probably most recognized for her role in as Mrs. Incredible or Elastigirl in The Incredibles. But she's in...
Apparently she's in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Oh, yeah, she's the wife of George Clooney in that movie. And
oh, okay.
like, he's bona fide.
Yeah.
She is... I think she's an excellent actress. There was a little like narrative movie she was in called Roe v. Wade. And
yeah.
it was about like the Jane Doe, the woman who, or for that case, where they were trying to argue that she should legally have an abortion, even though she wasn't like raped.
Mm-hmm.
And even though like I was like in disagreement with like the message and the point of the movie and all the stuff, I was just like blown away by like the acting from Holly Hunter and her cast that she was with. And she just plays like such a likable, relatable, like human with flaws,
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was like from that movie where I was like, oh my gosh, she's like really good at her job and she's underrated. She was in Batman versus Superman as like the senator who's like trying to fight Lex Luthor, and then Lex Luthor gives him a bottle of her like his like piss and then like blows her up.
I haven't seen that movie, so.
Oh, okay. Spoilers. In case you're gonna go watch it.
That sounded very interesting.
Yeah, it was such a bad movie, but which is like it's disappointing that she was in it, because if it was a good movie, she could have done an excellent job. But yeah, she's a great actress, and she's like my second favorite actress of all time. Dallin is Helen Bonham Carter.
Who the heck is that?
Who the heck is that?
I feel like
indeed?
half of these I'm like, who's that?
Her most notable role is Bellatrix Lestrange in Harry Potter.
Oh, okay.
So she does a lot of movies with Johnny Depp as well, or like Tim Burton, who I think at one point she was like married to. And so she like...
Oh, was she in Beetlejuice?
No, I think that was Winona Ryder.
Oh.
Yeah, and the other lady. I think she does a really good job of playing unhinged characters. Have you ever seen Sweeney Todd?
Mm-mm.
So she's really good in that. And let's see, I'm trying to think of other movies that she's in Fight Club. So
I also have not seen that.
she's also very unhinged in Fight Club. Yeah, I don't know. I think every role she does, she plays a good crazy woman.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I have seen the Harry Potters, and I feel like she did really good at Bellatrix. So
yeah, it's like it's kind of that thing where you love to hate her, where it's she's just like so sadistic and evil, but she's like always entertaining to watch on the screen.
I feel like she would make a good Harley Quinn, but that's just based off
Probably better than Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
I think if it was like her instead of Lady Gaga for like the second Joker movie that's coming out, I'd be more hyped to see it.
Yeah. So I mentioned that a couple episodes ago that the second Joker is coming out. Are you going to see it?
I don't know. Probably.
Are
Like,
you going to see it in theaters is the question.
oh, I don't know. If you invite me, then I'll probably go. So,
Okay.
yeah, it's like, because I'm not really, on a side note, on a digression issue, I don't think there's any movies that are coming out this year, or like, because I've already seen Deadpool 3 or Deadpool Wolverine. I don't think there's any movies I'm excited for in the future at all, period. Yeah, including Joker 2. So,
Mic drop.
yeah.
I will say I'm kind of excited for Joker 2.
So,
Based off of the trailer that I saw. It could be very not good because, trailers can be misleading, but...
DC has some very misleading trailers.
So...
All right. So, yeah, Helen Bonham Carter.
Oh, so we're
and-
on to my number 2?
Yeah, it's your number 2. Let's go.
All right. This may be shocking, but my number 2 is Betty White.
Really?
Yes. So I don't know what her most famous role is, but
Was she a Golden Girl? Or...
she was in Golden Girls.
Okay.
Which,
I think that's her most famous role.
yeah. I also feel like she was in, I can't think of what it is, but she was in something that was kind of random, but it made it very comedic. Like in some sort of action something.
I just remember her from like the Snickers thing commercial where she's like a football player.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking
And then
of.
there's like, they're like, oh, you're acting like Betty White out there. And she's like, shut up. And then like starts punching. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
oh, calm down. You just need a Snickers.
Yeah.
So
So I probably haven't seen most of her stuff because a lot of her stuff is older. But based on what I have seen of her, she just seems like the greatest woman and like super happy. I think that's what is most recognizable about her is she just always seems happy. And the fact that she lived so long and kept doing acting for so long is like a testament of like how good she was and how much she enjoyed it. So that's why I picked her as my number 2.
yeah, I definitely noticed like when for her death, like a lot of like people made a big deal about it. And like, I think that's just like a testament to like the happiness she brought people with her acting. So.
Hmm.
All right, number 1. Is that where we're at?
Yep.
Okay. My favorite actress of all time is Jodie Foster.
Jodie Foster?
Yep.
Is she in Star Wars?
You know what's funny? Actually, that you say that, I think she was like one of the runner-ups for Princess Leia.
Oh, she's in Taxi Driver?
Yeah. I was
Oh.
gonna make a very like distasteful joke. I was like, I would shoot Reagan for her. So, do you know the story behind that?
No.
So the guy who shot Reagan didn't kill him, but just shot him. So he said that he did it for Jodie Foster. So she plays a child prostitute in Taxi Driver,
Hmm.
and he liked her from that so much, made him want to shoot Reagan. You know, because that makes sense.
Crazy.
Yeah. So, but she's in The Silence of the Lambs, and that's like her most famous role. That's like I love her in that. She's so good in that. And this kind of ties into me watching like the sequel to that movie just recently. She's not in the sequel. Like it kind of made me upset and heated because of that, because she was just so good in the first one.
Mhm.
So she also has like a lot of character and emotion, and like she's really good like with facial expressions and body language and presenting herself. And I think she's just much more likable. And that's what I will say is like, not only is she talented, but she's charismatic. So,
Yeah. Yeah. I'll have to watch Silence of the Lambs. That I feel like is a movie I must watch.
Yeah, it's such a good movie.
Yeah.
You'll be blown away by the acting. You'll change your list after watching that movie.
Yeah.
So Down's favorite actress of all time is Sandra Bullock, which I feel like that's yours too, right? Am I right?
Maybe. Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll just have you go into it then.
Okay. So where do I begin? Here, let me list off just
What-
some of the movies that she's in.
Okay. List off your movies and then I'll quiz you.
Okay. I'll just list off some of my favorites, I guess I'll say.
Mhm.
So While You Were Sleeping, that's in my top 5 favorite movies.
Or She's a Predator. Yep.
Um, well, if you put it that way. Miss Congeniality, The Blind Side, The Proposal, Ocean's 8. She's also in Bird Box and Gravity. She's the voice in the Minions movie. So she's the voice of one of the villains in the Minions.
Oh, okay. What's your favorite Sandra Bullock movie of all time? Is it While You Were Sleeping?
It's probably While You Were Sleeping.
Oh, okay.
Just because it's in my top 5.
Mm.
I do really like The Blind Side.
Mm-hmm.
That'd probably be my second choice.
Even with the recent controversy that came out.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think because say like something horrific happened during a movie,
Mhm.
but nobody found out, and then the movie happened, and it was a great movie, and then we come to find out that later something horrible happened. I don't think that affects the product of the movie.
That's true. Yeah. I
Like
agree with
the
that.
movie is still good.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's similar with the Blind Side
Mhm.
situation and the controversy. So I think the movie is still fantastic, even though he
lost it.
yeah. Anyways, I think every movie, I haven't seen every movie, but the reason she's my number 1 is almost every movie that I've seen with her in it is good and I've liked. Now, I haven't seen all of them. Like some of her older ones, like I saw 28 Days and I thought it was all right,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't like her best, but like it wasn't bad.
Did you see Speed?
I have not seen Speed.
Spencer, you have to see Speed.
Is it good or bad?
It's so good.
Oh,
I'm surprised you haven't seen Speed, and don't look up anything about it. Just watch it. Just watch it.
I don't even see it on our list. Is it older?
Probably 90s is my guess is when it came out. Let me look. She's really good in that movie. So I'm like, you're going to like her even more after that.
It's just called Speed.
Yeah.
I see Speed 2.
94. So yeah, just go into Speed cold. Just watch it. You'll love it. Recommend it. She's really likable in it. So.
Okay, added to my watch list. Another reason that I really like Sandra Bullock is I do think she's very attractive. So
Wow.
I will say that.
Okay. I agree.
Like you can't see my hand, but there's my wife,
Uh-huh.
and then Sandra Bullock is like right under.
Oh, good. Good. Now, I think she's just got like this way she talks that like makes you feel very like, it makes you laugh and makes you feel safe. I don't know.
Yeah,
She doesn't have like that creepy death stare that Julia Roberts has.
yeah. I do think she can do different roles though, like Bird Box, and I just saw when I was scrolling through her list, The Unforgivable was also a very serious movie. So I think she can do serious movies too. Have you seen The Unforgivable?
I've never even heard of it. I don't think.
It's a very serious movie. I thought it was pretty good. It was just like not Sandra Bullock's fault, but like the type of movie, like it's just not my type of movie, you know. But
Yeah. I mean, probably my least favorite movie with Sandra Bullock in it is Net, or
I
is
have
it The
not
Net?
I haven't
I
seen
don't know.
that.
I think it was really dumb.
Oh yeah,
But yeah, it's kind of like. Do you care if I spoil it for you?
yeah. I probably won't see it because this is the first I'm hearing of it. So.
Okay, so it's essentially like she's like this internet nerd that's like completely like closed off and like antisocial, and it's like one of the, like the weirder roles of Sandra Bullock where she just plays like a weirdo,
Oh.
and it's kind of like a 90s movie where like the internet's kind of like this new thing, and so it's playing on the idea that people don't really understand it and are afraid of it,
Mm.
and so someone uses the internet to like hack all our information and steal our identity, and that's the movie, is she has to
Oh.
deal with that and like find that person and like get her identity back. And so it's kind of playing on, that's like the premise, and so it's playing on people's fears of like not knowing anything about online or information, you know.
Gotcha.
So, and she's also just like a weirdo in that, you know. So
Yeah, she's getting up there in age now, so but she still looks great, which is crazy. I don't know how actresses do that. Like I feel like there's a lot of actresses that don't look their age.
yeah, it's got to be genetics.
Oh yeah.
It's got
You
to
don't
be
think it's like some
special
drug?
cream or like
You
using
don't think
children's blood.
They don't bathe in human juice.
um, well, a lot of I'm feeling regret for not putting Margot Robbie on my list.
Oh yeah.
But I was gonna say she's one of those where it's like she's always been really good looking.
Wasn't she in Barbie?
She's Barbie. Well, they're all Barbie and Barbie, but she's the main Barbie. So,
I don't like Barbie.
I didn't like it either, but it like made the most movie last year, and it spoke to a lot of women. So
Yeah,
you can't deny that, Spencer.
you're right. I cannot deny that.
Yeah. Oh, Margot Robbie. What my point was is like if you see like earlier pictures of her, so she'll tell a story about how like people rejected her for movie roles because she wasn't good looking enough.
Oh,
And if you see earlier pictures of her, it's like she's still really good looking, but it's like compared to like celebrity actress level, she wasn't there yet.
mhm.
And like once she hit like 22, she became like the most attractive woman on the planet. And like 10 years later, that she's still up there. She's still like top 10 most attractive women on the planet.
Oh
know?
yeah.
But it's like I think it's just because of genetics, you know, where it's like I don't think unless come to find out she did some crazy surgery or some like routine. But I think like for Sandra Bullock and a lot of actresses, it's just due to genetics. Like some women are like part Asian and they just look super young all the
Mhm.
way up until their 60s.
Yeah, I think Anne Hathaway is one of those.
Oh
that,
yeah,
like doesn't age.
yeah. Jennifer Aniston, one of those.
I've noticed that she's getting older.
Yeah.
Like, anyways.
So yeah, I kind of regret. I don't know where I put Margot Robbie on my list, but I think she's like super attractive, does a super good job. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Any regrets?
No, one of my runner-ups was Emma Stone.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I feel like I don't know how to put it. Like her face is like really intriguing.
It's like a frog.
No. No.
Oh, okay.
That is not what I was going to say.
She kind of has like that goth girl emo vibe, but has like blonde hair. You know, she's also like seems just really chill. So
Yeah. Oh, she did Cruella. That's one of the reasons why she was my runner-up.
Mm-hmm.
I really like Cruella,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know. I think she's attractive. So that's all. That also probably
She's a
played
very
into it.
attractive frog.
Why do you say frog?
I don't know. I think it's like her buggy eyes in her mouth. That's probably it.
I do think her lips protrude a little bit.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of actresses out there where I like, oh, maybe this will come up in our later episodes where we talked about these favorite actresses. But I feel like for a lot of them, it's like whether you dislike them or like them personality wise, like they just show up for the role and they do their job. Like they don't really excel or fall below. They just like, I feel like that's most of them.
yeah.
There's very few actresses where they excel their roles or they like completely destroy it.
Yeah. Well, any last thoughts on favorite actresses?
Nope.
All right. Well, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you guys for listening / watching / liking / subscribing / reviewing. We really appreciate the support. Make sure to stay tuned for our next episode, and we'll see you in the next one.